Now everyone stay back behind the back of the bumper. There you go. Kind of cluster together as much as you can. And no sudden movement. It's all only slow.
You gave them a mock trap, and then they would get used to it. That was the idea behind it.
That bird does not belong here, and he's being chased away by these guys.
This actually works just as effectively. Yeah.
Was it a ScrubJay? Yeah, it's a ScrubJay. It's a ScrubJay.
For him,
he's ruining my plan.
And he could pull the trap works very well.
That's called territoriality. The females, I think, just from my view, and I've got fairly good colored eyesight, a little bit paler blue than the males in general, but that's not a reliant enough thing in the field to be able to tell, and most people, of course, wouldn't be able to. All right, now there's only one peanut outside the trap, and the rest are inside, so I think in a minute now we'll get someone inside. We're going to have to go in to get those. All right, if I have to. So which one of you is it going to be, number 1 or number 2? Like, oh, I'll just go in there and get that. Set it down. Okay, now you can watch me do this if you want. So I come up here and I pull the cage up like this. I block it with my body so the silly bird can't get out. Of course, he's already screwed this up on me. There we go. Hold still. What I do is I give them all free peanuts so they won't freak out too much. Leave the trap there closed. Now this guy's cute. He's got yellow feet.
I guess they could circle around here.
Come around here.
Come around here and you can...
This is how I hold them. Now the first thing I do, everyone will look this, is they'll grab me with their toes, which is difficult for me, so I put one paw in the other one, and they usually grab it. They're just like that. Wow. Now he's not too upset, he's not breathing too heavily, but I'll calm him down a little bit. I take some frozen water.
How do you know it's a he?
I don't know yet, I'm just guessing. I just hold that right there, like that, till he calms down.
Oh, I didn't know that was what the water was for. I thought you were going to drink out of it. Wait for him to start singing.
There you go. A little cooler.
What a beautiful
All right. Now the first thing I've got to do is put the band number down there. I use this band as the USGS band from the USGS Bird Banding Laboratory in Patuxent, Maryland. Oh, hold still.
Oh, I forgot
careful.
to tell you. Sorry about that.
Watch the cactus there.
We're a little late.
Hold on to your hands. There you go. Good bird. It goes right on there like that. I close that down slowly. And I rotate it a little bit.
You've got some jewelry now.
Because that gap there is still open. And I go back in, clamp it down again at right angles. Now it's fully closed. There you go. And then I start putting on his color bands. Now the color band combination, the setup I have with the number of bands I have 12 different colors plus the silver band. I have it set up so I can tell where the bird was banded and when it was banded, so how old it is basically. And the colors here are good. The patterns I have set up are good for 16 years. That's the maximum lifespan of the Florida ScrubJay, in the wild. 16 years. So I put on the area band first. That's telling me which area he was banded in. In this case, Maggie Jones Road. Then I take this pair of pliers, put it on there just like that. Close it down to the right level, right there. That's good because we don't want it to be able to slide too much or too little. And I take it off again. Oops, I didn't do that right. Don't want to take this one all the way off. Do that. Now the problem is I need to use solvent at the same time that I'm holding the bird and holding the pliers. You see the problem? Fortunately, I have a prehensile belly, so I use my mighty belly. I back that off a little bit there, just like that. Grab it with my belly and get the solvent out. Just like that. A little drop of the acetone on there. There.
He's such a good little bird.
Being very cooperative, yes, very good. I close it down again, and then I have to take 45 seconds to 50 seconds, which is 3 times whistling the Jeopardy tune.
While he's doing that, I'm going to get a glass. Now I know why I don't hang around with you very much when you're doing this. If anybody wants to join in, you're welcome to.
This is being captured on video.
Come on, y'all know the words.
Wait, you said yellow feet?
His paws, his pads of his feet.
The pads of his
Dum
feet. Okay.
dum dum dum. What is a hot pink band, Alex? That is correct. And what was your wager? I wagered 1 ScrubJay. All right, so then that's the first band. So I'm going to write down this color band combination while I'm thinking about it. So this is going to be H for hot pink, and then I'm going to do red for the second one, R, and
Yeah, you're
Z
right
for
on
the
that.
silver band, dash blue. And the blue will tell me it was banded on Seminole State Forest, so if anyone else ends up running into these skies, if he disperses someplace else, they'll know. Okay? Now, see how he's diverted his head away from me? He doesn't want to see me. He's like, if I don't see it, it's not there.
Not there.
All right.
So if all of these need acetone, why don't you put them all on at
Well,
the same time
they-
and acetone them all?
They don't all need acetone. Some of them
Oh.
need, and besides, you don't want them gluing together to each other.
Oh.
So now this one is a different kind. This is Darvik, which is a kind of PVC. So I use tetrahydrofuran, fairly toxic substance. It's not great to get on you. So I use very little of it, and I do not get it on the Jays.
Oh, that's good.
I try not to. They might get a little on, but it's okay. Okay, start counting. And tell me when 50 seconds is up. Now, for the rest of you, so what happens is, as I can have as many as 3 bands on one leg. So I can go through the pattern for 16 years. Now in this case, this guy was banded this year on Maggie Jones Road. So the first band here, the hot pink band, tells me where he was banded. The second band down, the blue band in this case, tells me the individual bird. So I'll know that this particular guy came from this particular spot and this is who he or she is. The band on the left leg, which will also be a blue band, will tell me always the blue band on the left leg. The upper band on the left leg, it will tell me what region he was from. In this case, Seminole State Forest. So a blue band on the upper left leg, if anyone finds this guy anyplace else will know he was banded on Seminole State
50
Forest.
seconds.
Thank you very much. And off that comes.
So I take it you've got that particular color of band is patterned for the various
Right.
public properties.
Right, exactly. So now he's got his 2 of his 3 plastic bands on him, and now he'll get the third one.
And the silver one is just United States.
That's right, that's the USGS band, but I use that in the pattern. So whether it's on the top or the middle or the bottom, left leg or right leg, will tell me also part of the thing. So that's part of the pattern, tells me what year he was banded. We shouldn't really have more than 3 bands on any one leg, and we shouldn't have more than 4 bands total. Sometimes they do more than that. I wish they wouldn't, because though these bands are very light, they do weigh something. And 3 bands per leg is okay. Some people try to put 4 bands on a leg. No. You want some free movement there. 4 bands is too much. 3 bands on each leg, that's too heavy. It's not too bad for each individual leg, but overall it is. So I limit it to 4, and I can do that, fortunately. And I'm good for 16 years. Anyway, then once I'm done with this, I'm going to show you how you can
50
tell
seconds.
this. Thank you very much. Off that goes. And they've come and they've gotten all the peanuts. haven't
Peanuts,
they?
yeah.
Well, we weren't looking.
That's right. First thing is head length. Goes from the back of the skull, pileus, right to the front, the end of the beak. Perfect. 56.21.
Call it beak, not bill, huh?
You can call it beak or bill. Bill is usually used for things like ducks, but beak, bill, it's the same. Next thing is the culmen. Now the culmen is the top part of the beak, and it's the exposed culmen. So it's the part from right where the feathers start to the end of the beak. Let's see, did I do head breadth? I haven't. Oh, forget to do head breadth. In fact, this is what I have to do. See, he turns his head away from me. So to get head breadth, I have to get a little bit better angle on. So I have to turn him in my hand like that. And I go from right behind the ears, the widest part of the skull. 24.3. And then we do the culmen. Right from there.
You're going to give your patient a treat after this? It seems very cooperative.
Oh yeah. 24.17. Oops, 17. Now I do the nares. The nares is the easiest thing because you've got a fixed point, which is you stick this in his nostril.
Ew.
And goes to the end, to the beak. I don't have to do any interpretation of length here.
That's like in millimeter.
1794, yes, millimeters. 17.94 millimeters.
This must feel like an eternity to that bird.
Probably. Now we do the tarsus. Tarsus is the equivalent of your foot. Beautiful. Uh, 37.87. 37.87. Blood will not be taken, so I can get rid of that. I don't know if it's male or female, so check the unknown. Then we do the other stuff I'd like to do, which is the wing cord. Hold still. Don't be a pain. There you go.
Why do they do that?
He's getting tired of it.
Well,
I
no,
don't
why do they
blame him.
hold their...
Well, it's comfort. They need to feel they're doing something. Now, where's the there it is. All right. So we'll start with the wing cord. This little ruler is designed just to do this. Cost about $20 for this stupid little ruler. So I go the wing cord. You just measure from the wrist to the end of the longest flight feather. This is 115. That's a good size. 115. Tail length is next. I take this guy, subtract 3 millimeters from it because it's 3 millimeters before the beginning. So, and I go right between the undertail coverts, which are these feathers right here, and the tail itself, and go right to where it stops. And it stops right there. Well, he's a long one. He's flatten it out. 135.
There, Ralph.
He doesn't care. He's got other issues. 135 minus 3, so it's going to be 132. Now I check for parasites. Usually they don't have any, but I check for them anyway. So I hold his beak and blow on the back of his head. No mites. See, no ticks, no flies on him, so that would be 0. Why do you think I check on his head?
That's where they like to go where it's
Because he
moist.
can't preen
Certain
there.
most blood in.
Exactly. He can't get there with his beak. So it's hard for him to remove them. All right. Now I'm going to check for fat to see how healthy he is. So I grab his legs like this, and I lift his wing back.
His muscles exposed.
Yeah. Ooh, he's got a. He's a healthy bird. He's got about a 1+. I go from 0 to 2. 2 is fully fatted. 0 is no fat, and he's got almost full fat in this triangle under his armpit. So, no, now hold still. No, be a good bird. Let go of my fingers. Let go of my fingers. Don't make me come down there.
Shouldn't they be very close to maximum fat this time of year?
Yes, very close, and he is. He's at a 1+, so he's
Okay.
good. Now we're going to weigh him.
Now, how do you determine that? Just because you've seen enough
Well,
to know that?
yeah, you know the pattern of fat, because there's a little triangle of muscle under his wing, and if that is filled yellow, it's full of fat. If it's all red, then there's no fat. And so you determine based upon how full that is, whether it's not full, a quarter full, half full, 3/4 full, or fully full. And he's actually almost fully full, but not quite. So, and as you can see, they poop in the bags. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another bag,
Not blood.
one that isn't full of poop, a little less poop.
Now, do you have your wife clean those bags for you?
She won't do it. I have to do it myself. What's that?
Oh, flew. Cardinals then flew away.
All right, so I go in a bag like this, I cinch it down on my hand, like so, and I gather it like this so he can't sneak out. There we are. Yeah, he'll get over it. He gets a free peanut at the end. He has nothing to gripe about. Turn it on. All right. All right, we're all ready to weigh him. Now hold still. Don't make me come down there. Told you about that before. All right. So let's see. Make sure it's not leaning on anything. It's not. 105.4. So I'm weighing the mass of him and the bag.
That's set for the bag?
That's right. Well, no, it's not. It's set for 0. I'll weigh the bag afterwards
Oh.
because each bag
has
weighs a
different
different
poop,
amount.
yeah.
And the individual bag can weigh different amounts during the day because of moisture absorption and temperature and all sorts of things. So then I simply reverse the process here with you.
So how do they open up the peanuts?
I think they just, well, who knows? I think they assuming they just peck them and.
All right, now what I'm going to do is let him go. Everyone look, except for the guy who's looking at the cardinal. All right, So over here,
That's
this
a
is
female cardinal.
this is how I let him go.
Give him a minute. Let him
Slowly.
get in position, Ralph.
Leave it like that, and let him leave when he's ready. There you go. This guy's cute. He's got yellow feet.
I guess they could
You guys,
circle
you
around
can
here.
come around here.
Come around here and you can.
This is how I hold him.